We are starting over, folks. And we're going to try to multi-broadcast this one more time. Well, the reason we signed out of the show was to get signed in over on YouTube. Hi, Daddy. Thanks for coming in. Okay, now we were going. This was my second attempt. For some reason, the multi-broadcast wouldn't connect to YouTube. And I get a lot of people that watch over there, and then they subscribe to my channel, and some of them come over and sign up to Whatnot. Let me know what you'd like to see. Are you here for the coins, or are you here for the jewelry? Mostly jewelry. 78 items in the shop in the Buy It Now. I have offer tab turned on almost every single item except for like $1 or $2 items. Let me know what you'd like to see. And hopefully someone tonight will raid me, and then I can actually I'll run a cool piece of jewelry or something like for $3. Maybe 5. I guess it depends on how many people come in. But I still have most of these things cross-posted, and I've actually been selling a lot the last couple of weeks between Whatnot and some of my other platforms. So now I'm just, I ordered a new inventory box that'll be coming hopefully end of next week, beginning of the following week. So just want to get this stuff sold and out of here. I still have quite a few pieces of silver. Go to people shows and do promo. I used to be in a lot of those, like where they talk about Whatnot and they teach people how to do it, and people it's like a chat. Yes. A lot of people are pissed because I don't do the auctions anymore, but I don't, I started this in 2022 and I had quite a bit of a following. And then there was a catastrophe that struck. Somebody died and I had to handle that. And then my heart gave out from my cancer treatment that I'd had a few years before. And I was in the hospital off and on for like a year and a half. So I basically, last year, I just started all over again. Like, okay, here I am. I'm starting all over again. But, I can't run a $25 piece of jewelry starting at $3 or $5. And there's just me and my mod in here, and she's not even here tonight because it's 2 hours ahead. So, but I've had quite a bit of sales. It's not been great, but it's not been, nothing either. So I come on at various days and various times just to see what works. And a lot of people do say that they like being able to just go over to the Buy It Now and send me an offer and boom. It's that easy. Sometimes they get rated 2 or 3 times a show. Sometimes I don't get any raids at all. But I am set up now in case I do get a raid. But let me know what you're interested in, coins or jewelry, or if you're just here to watch the show. I found these tonight. These were actually in some envelopes I won from Whatnot. They were in these treasury envelopes, but I didn't know what year they would be, so I opened them up, and I found 4 2024 Kennedy halves that are uncirculated, and they're really nice looking. They almost look like proofs, but I think if they were proofs, they probably would have been in a case rather than like just in an envelope. So I put the little cards around them. I had some of these cards left over from my metal detecting days. Hello, DD on YouTube. Please scan that QR code or go to the link in the video description. Sign yourself up for Whatnot. Then you can actually come over and see the catalog and see the items. I mean, you can watch the show too on YouTube. VX? I don't know. How do I pronounce that, V? Let me know. Are you here for the coins or for the jewelry? Or are you just here to watch the show? Nothing is running right now. I have everything in the buy it now. Oh, I think V is already gone. See ya. I'm just going to give this a test run and see if we get any people in at this time of night. I know it's already tomorrow on the East Coast and even in the Midwest, so it may not work on Saturday night, this time of night, but why not? It doesn't hurt to try. Wow, 12 people on YouTube. I hope you guys are all subscribed. Hello, Saber. Hope you guys are subscribed to my YouTube channel. Make sure to click that thumbs up on this and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Click the bell. You'll be notified whenever I come on. I have all kinds of videos, lives, shorts, long form, many categories. Hi, Shop Bijou. Thanks for coming in. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. If you guys are not already signed up to Whatnot and you're watching over on YouTube, you may want to go over to Whatnot with that QR code or to the link that's in the video description. And if you're a new member, they will give you $15 shopping money. Thank you for the sub, Saber. I appreciate it. What are all these new emojis that are on YouTube with the little, looks like the little crowns? Those are cool. Are those new? Well, it looks like we're not getting a lot of people over on the app. I had to restart it because I couldn't get the broadcast to click over to YouTube. That happens sometimes. So I had to sign out and restart and relist all my items and, relist my poll and all of that. I have a poll at the top of the show that says, are you subscribed to my YouTube channel at April Davis PI, yes or no? I don't think people care about that at 10:30 at night. Oh, you're on the app? Are you on Whatnot? If you're on Whatnot, you can come over and participate in the show. Then just click the shop and click the Buy It Now tab, and you can see the 78 items that are there. It's mostly jewelry, but there are some coins and some Whatnot items. I even have a couple of women's like Halloween horror themed t-shirts. Now that we are getting closer to that time of the year. They're brand new, never worn. I have two of them. I think one's a Chucky and the other one's like a Scream. They're in the shop. And I found these tonight. This is something I had won on a Whatnot. Look at these. These were in an envelope and they're 2024 Kennedy halves and they're definitely uncirculated, but some of them have that deep cameo appearance. And I have them cheap. I'm just trying to get rid of them. I don't really collect coins. But I can't sell them for $1 because then I'll net 35 cents and I can put them in the bank for 50 cents. So they have to go for a little more than $1. Yeah, for those of you not already on the Whatnot app and you are watching on YouTube, please scan that QR code or just go to the video description and click that link. Sign up using my code. Hi, ZTIF. or Zedith. Please go to the shop, go to the buy it now. Let me know what you'd like to see. I'm not running anything yet just because there's not enough people in here, but everything that I have is in the shop tab under buy it now. And I have best offer turned on. So there's jewelry, there's some coins, and there's some whatnot items. Hi, Squishy. Jennifer, thanks for coming in. Please check the shop. Go to the buy it now. Let me know what you'd like to see. I've got inexpensive costume jewelry to a couple of banger pieces. I still have that Japanese Akoya pearl necklace. I have a couple of those antique pieces too that are from the 1800s. But most of it is just, middle of the road. Some is designer, some is not. I've sold so much the last few weeks. It's really incredible between Whatnot and my other apps. So I've just got 78 items left over. Hi, Furless. Thanks for coming in. Go to the shop, click buy it now, and send me an offer. Thanks for those that are watching on YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed. Click that bell notification. You'll be notified anytime I have a new video or anytime I go live. Hey, November. I like that, November. I'm April. Boy, I love that name. November Chic. Is that your actual name? Please go to the shop and click the Buy It Now tab. You can scroll through 78 items, jewelry. There's a few coins. There's some loose opals that are in here, and a couple of whatnot items that are totally unrelated to costume jewelry and coins. And I know it's only July, but you got to realize in a few months we're going to be into third or fourth quarter. So maybe you guys can start thinking about, gift ideas like these coins that I just found tonight that I won on Whatnot. And they were in a sealed treasury envelope. And I opened them up and they were 2024 50-cent pieces that are new uncirculated. They almost look like they're gem proof, but, they weren't slabbed or anything. So I'm just going to have them as uncirculated. Hi, Rad16. Thanks for coming in. Please go over to the shop, click the Buy It Now tab. Let me know if there's anything I can show you up close. There's quite a bit of silver still in here. Some of the big banger items sold elsewhere this week. But as long as it sells, I usually sell some of the smaller items on Whatnot. Whatnot seems to be the dollar crowd. So hi, Mac. Thanks for coming in. Please go to the shop, click the Buy It Now. If you're still watching over on YouTube, thank you very much. Please make sure you're subscribed. Click that bell. Click that thumbs up. If there's anything you'd like for me to show you up close, I've got jewelry all around me right now. I still have the earring lot, the single earring lot. All the other large lots have sold, but I do have a lot of individual pieces. And for some strange reason, if somebody came in here and said, I just want to buy the whole lot, just let me know. That would be great if a jewelry seller came in here and said, just package every piece of jewelry you have. And that would be hard to come up with a price to do something like that, because I have those Japanese pearls and some of those really vintage sterling silver pieces. I've already sold one of the rams this week too. I have one left. It's actually heavier. It's more sterling silver than the first one. The weight is listed in the description. I still have the Mexican silver too. That's very unique. And I still have that rosary bracelet. Yeah, those are very rare. If anybody's interested in a 1970s sterling silver charm bracelet, let me know. They go for quite a bit of money on other platforms, so I may just have to list it there. I think it's like 24.6 grams. If somebody comes in and gives me a raid, I can run something, like run something at $3 or something. Hopefully that'll happen tonight. Maybe I can get a late night raid, and then I can just, grab an item out of the jewelry tray and I can auction it off actually. Probably won't sell for much, but I'll be willing to do it. I'm sure somebody would like that more than they would like, a 73-cent sticker pack. Although I do have the sticker packs set up just in case. So just let me know what you're interested in. I'm not going to be on long tonight. I don't see any offers in the offer tab. For those that are watching on YouTube, please come over to the Whatnot Show. My mod's not here tonight, so I can just glance at the YouTube chat, and then I have to watch the screen here on Whatnot to see if people are sending me offers or asking me to run specific items. It seems kind of late to be doing this, though. Usually if it's, on a weeknight, there's a lot of people that come in, but on a Saturday night this late, people are probably already in bed or they're out. But I thought I would go on and give it a try. I've also considered, because I'm getting down to my leftovers, I've considered that I might just make a jewelry jar. I just got to go get one of the empty jars and then make another jar. Well, it is dead. I've never seen it this dead. I mean, I know things get slow, but I think people are not on the app this time of night. Or there must be somebody else that's having, like, a show that's got 10,000 people in it or something. Because this is more than crickets. I can't even show something if there's nobody to show it to. Yeah, I was just going to go on for a few minutes. I was on for 17 minutes the first time, and it wasn't connecting to my YouTube, so I had to reboot, start over again, which is fine. Seems kind of dead too without my mod, because she kind of keeps the conversation going while I can show the items. For those of you still watching on YouTube, whoever just subbed to me, thank you very much. I saw a couple subs came in. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm just trying to get rid of this, so most of it I'm just like giving it away. I've even got some Whatnot items, like I got some keychains, I got some cappuccino spoons that are also used as gold shovels. There's some baseball patches. There's a Pride bracelet still in the pack. A couple UV lamps. Some horror-themed t-shirts that are women's extra large. They're new. I still do have my opals. Those are polished. They're kind of smallish, but they're really nice. I just polished this up tonight. This is fantastic, but I haven't listed this yet. These go for a lot of money on other apps because this is a 1970s sterling silver charm bracelet. It's got 8 charms on it, and there's no way I could sell it here on Whatnot unless somebody offers me the right amount of money for it, because I know I can sell it very easily across the internet, especially with the personalizations that are on some of these charms. It's really cool. I could just, put it in the silver scrap pile, but that was not making me any money if it's just sitting in the pile. Wow, there's still 78 items in the shop. No solds, no offers. Hopefully I can get a raid. And maybe we can run something, like maybe I could run this turtle brooch. Now, if you want them, you can just buy them right now. But that would be a very nice item to run on an auction if we get a raid or something like that. I am sucking on a strawberry cream lifesaver mint. I hope you can't hear that. I won those on Whatnot. Have you guys seen these? These are so good. If you guys buy something tonight, I'll throw one of these in your box. These are so good. I got these from a Whatnot seller that comes on really late at night. She comes on in the middle of the night in California. Those are so good. Hey, Chris, please go to the shop. Check out the Buy It Now. I'm hoping to get a raid or something. We get some people in here, then I can actually run some items. The other night I had like 3 raids. And then I started planning more for them. And now that I've planned for them, they're not coming. So, because I thought maybe I could put something nice like this turtle brooch up, I mean, if somebody wants it, they can just go to the shop and send me an offer and they can buy it right now. But, put something really cool up there and start it cheap. But I got to have people in the room. My mod's not even here tonight. She's probably in bed. She's 2 hours ahead. So I'm out on the West Coast where it's still fairly early, but it's just dead here tonight. At least on my show. I'll have to find out at the end of my show when I go raid somebody to see how many people are here. Yeah, I guess. Do you sell on here, Chris? Or are you a buyer or are you a seller? Maybe Saturday night, at almost midnight is a bad time. Buyer and window shopper. That's nice. That sounds like myself. Hey, Ben. Thanks for coming in. Haven't seen you in a while. How's it shaking, Ben? Yeah, I've got 78 items in the shop. I don't think I've ever had that many items in the shop. Okay. Take care of yourself, Ben. Hi, Maria. Thanks for coming in. Nice to see some people in here. Where are you checking in from, Maria? I have everything in my buy it now. Okay, I'll see you in a week or longer. Take care, Ben. Oh, Houston. That's pretty late. It's a lot later there than it is here. It's 10:47 out on the West Coast. Are you one of those lie in bed at night shoppers? That's how I do my whatnot shopping. I lie in bed with my YouTube and my whatnot turned on. Because I'm always looking for deals to like resell to people. Like I'm looking for bulk lots. Yeah. And then you wake up in the morning and it's like, oh my God, what did I buy? How much did I spend? So I thought I would try the opposite tonight. And my mom asked me earlier, she was like, are you going to do a show tonight? And I said, I don't think so because I'm listing things. Like she's been wanting me to get this Liz Claiborne up, but she's not here. And I had to get this little measure piece of crap from Amazon that it has some sort of like white, it's almost like medical tape, and then it keeps coming off, and then I had to staple it shut. But anyway, now I can measure the bracelets. But that cost almost $10 plus tax. Like for that little piece of cheap paper. I'm like, oh my God, I got to recover just enough to pay for that. Then I started and if you want to buy like the hard ones, like the plastic ones, they're like $20 plus tax. But it's not like buying the ring sizers or the ring mandrels that are like you can get the wood kind, the plastic kind, the metal kind. Hi, Valora. Oh, hey, Allie. Thanks for coming. I was just going to tag you, but then I thought it's kind of too late back there. I have 78 items in. Oh gosh, you guys you're here. Hey, creepy little strawberry. Hold on. Let me get something up. I'm going to start an auction for you guys. Here we go. Here's the turtle. This is the turtle brooch, and it's got like the kind of the pink rhinestones. It is so cute, and it's got the little black eyes. It's on a gold tone piece. There's the pin. Looks like it's never been worn. It's not signed. If somebody wants it, I'm going to give it away at a steal, $3. You could resell this, Allie. Get it. Okay, I thought I'd give you guys a chance. Maybe I can get a raid or something, and then 10 or 20 people can come in, and then I'll run something like that. But I thought I would do it for you guys, for Allie and for Laura and creepy little strawberry. No, but if I get any, I'll hold them for you. Weren't those cool? I love stuff like that. Oh, okay. Yeah, aren't those pictures cool though? I figured you didn't need another sticker pack since you've already got one. You know. Hey, Suzanne. Thanks for coming in. Please go to the shop. Go to the Buy It Now and shoot me an offer. I've got 78 items left. I did order another blue box on Friday. I probably won't get the shipping notice till at least Monday or Tuesday. And then I'll know where it's coming from and, how long it's going to take to crawl its way through the West, across the Rockies and all the way to the West Coast by FedEx. And sometimes it arrives in California and then they shoot it back to like Louisiana or something. And then it starts all over again. So FedEx is the absolute worst, but I can't control the transportation that is used by Blue Box or by Shop Goodwill. So, yeah, the last box took, what was it, 13 days? But I had 230 plus grams of silver in that box. So, and one of those items just sold last week for $225. And that was just one piece. So I've already sold 3 silver pieces, including a designer piece out of that box. I haven't listed all of it yet. Like I haven't listed this, but I was looking these up on another app tonight that we can't talk about here, but you probably know what it is. and this is from the 1970s. These actually go for a lot of money. And I tested the chain. The chain is silver. I cleaned up some of the little charms, and I think out of the eight, 4 or 5 of them are marked. I didn't test them individually yet, but it's like 24.6 grams of sterling. Yep, you got it, babe. But yeah, I sold the Lagos piece with the diamonds, and I, I way undersold it for 225, and somebody can go resell that for 4 or 500. That's fine. Um, but isn't this cool? Yeah, I will sell this if you want me to run it, but I can't run it cheap because look at the prices across some of the other apps and see what these things sell for. And some of these charms actually have dates on the back where they've been engraved with names and dates. So that's how I know that some of this was put together in the mid 70s because of the dates that are on the back and the markings. And, I used to have a bracelet like this when I was a kid. And I remember I had like somebody gave me like a little, like a prayer book charm when I got confirmed. And then I was in Canada when I was a kid. That was long before my parents actually lived in Canada. And I had a Canadian maple leaf that was made of gold. And I'm like, whatever happened to my childhood charm bracelet? When I saw this, it just brought all the memories back. This was in the New York, New Jersey box that had the, like I said, it was about 230 grams of silver. And it had that Lagos designer piece with the diamonds. There was an opal necklace in there. There was another stone necklace that I think is Larimar stone. It looks similar to Larimar stone from the Dominican Republic. Um, it had two of these. Two of these were in there. The first one's already sold. Um, it was listed for 50 and the guy offered me 40 and I took it. And this one, the second one is actually, even though they're the same size, this one actually weighs considerably more. I'm not sure why it's heavier than the first one when they look to be the same size. That's like an Aries ram, and it's on this vintage sterling, very chunky bracelet. So I've now listed the second one, and a lot of people are already watching it, so I'm sure that'll go. I still have the Mexican silver out of that. And I still have, I went to look at the gold. I went to the jeweler on Friday, and the guy was closed, said they're at a conference and they won't be back until Tuesday. So I am dying to know, since this tested positive for 14K, but it's not marked as such, I have to have this, you know, jeweler appraised just to make sure. And then I'm going to decide what's the best way to rid myself of it, and to get some cashola for that if it is, because that's a lot of gold. If that turns out to be real, then this is still here. This is the roses and the saints bracelet. I have not cleaned it because it's so vintage. These also go for a lot of money. A lot of people have been watching these, but I haven't had any offers on this yet. But not everything sells in a day. I mean, sometimes things do sell that quickly, but usually not. So I have to be a little patient. A bracelet like that other one is 69 on the bay. Like which one? Like this? The ram? Oh, the charm bracelet or the rosary? This one? Yeah, I know with this one, some of them are not silver, some of them are just stainless steel. Hi, it's Kay. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, look at the charms though. They're all over the place. Oh yeah, for this, but there's a lot of them that look like this, but they're not actual sterling silver. But this is actually sterling. It's marked and tested. So you have to be careful because you can get one that looks just like it and it's just a piece of, stainless steel that's going to rust. So you meant the one that I haven't listed yet. You meant this one, the 70s style. Well, this 70s because it's actually got the dates on the back of some of these pieces. Isn't it cool though? And I can tell some of the places that she went, like New York and Massachusetts, and her name is on there. And there's a little sterling silver shoes. And there's an anchor. Hi, Holly. Hi, Miss Blade. Miss Blade, 1970. Please go to the shop. Go to the buy it now. Or let me just start an auction. I'm going to start a random jewelry auction. How about that? I'm going to do something I hardly ever do. Look at this. This is the rhinestone turtle brooch. And it's on a gold background here with a pin. It's not signed as far as I can see. And it has rhinestones that are sort of a dark pink with the, I'm not sure what kind of stones are used for the eyes, but they're black. So it's got the black eyes and all the stones. Has anybody seen this one? I haven't shown this one in a while. Let me start this guy. This is like a little Easter chick. At least that's how I perceive this to be. It's a brooch, and it's got multicolored or rainbow rhinestones. Very, very cute. There's the pin on the back. Yeah, isn't that cute? I love this. I kind of want to save this and maybe like hang it on a purse because I have some cute little brooches like this that are multicolored. And somebody came in the other night and saw this, and it's some sort of ceramic, and it's painted with the roses on it. Somebody said they were interested in this and they were thinking about it. But that's a really nice one. And I've only got it for a few bucks, so I'm surprised nobody grabbed that yet. And nobody, not one person has been into this. I think this is so ancient that nobody knows what this is. These are sweater clips, but they're from Amish, Pennsylvania, and they have the Disselfink. That's actually, there's a name. It's a German or Dutch name because it's similar language called Disselfink. And they would put these little symbols up on their barns, on their, like their dairy farms. And so this was actually handcrafted in Amish, Pennsylvania. It's very, very rare and not one bite on that. So I may have to hold on to that as well. So how have your sales been going, Allie? I like the fact that you just, is it storage stuff? It's just like you have so much of like so many different things. And you can just like, grab it out of boxes and say, you have enough audience where you can just start it at a couple bucks and, just run with it. Where my stuff is more, it's across all platforms and wherever it sells, whether it's Whatnot or somewhere else. Oh, I was talking about your things. Like, do you get your things out of storage sheds or storage lockers, or do you guys do auctions? Because you have a massive amount of stuff. Estate sales. Okay, that's it. Do you buy out the whole estate? Oh, okay. Because you guys have so much where you can just grab a box. You have enough following on your show. You can just grab a box and say, okay, this, $5, and there's 20 people in the room, and they can start bidding. And or my stuff, I get it. I actually ordered this stuff. Yeah, you can't just be a hoarder, right? Actually got to sell it. Yeah, I can't afford to like hold on to stuff like the boxes come in, the stuff goes out. And it's got to come, whether it's Whatnot or any of those other online selling platforms, it's got to get out. And this week it really helped that that Lagos bracelet with the diamonds, which I way undersold, but I took an offer for 225, and I was just like, "Yep, I'll take it. I'll take it all day long." That entire jar cost me $61.86 with shipping and tax, and it had 230 grams of silver plus An opal. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, some days you have it and some days you don't, you know? I really didn't even want to go on because I was like, I've been just tired the last couple of days. And then I found these. I got these from Whatnot actually. Look at these. These are 50-cent pieces, but they were in a treasury envelope. There was two treasury envelopes, and I just like, you know what? Let's just rip these open. And they were all 2024 Kennedy halves, but they're uncirculated. And like three of them look like they're deep cameo pieces. So I doubt that they're proof since they were not slabbed. They were just, thrown into an envelope. Oh, yeah, you were mentioning him the other day in those. I won't say it here, but yeah, yeah, that would not be for me. But I'm a very independent person, and I'm a private investigator for 41 years, so I don't put up with any crap. You're probably a lot more understanding than I would be. But please check the shop. Go to the Buy It Now. I don't know if you could afford me. If you can't afford a $3 piece of jewelry here, I don't know if you could afford me. PIs cost a lot of money. We have to have $5 million of insurance just to walk out the door. So, yeah, that insurance is like $1,500 just to walk out the door. And it's supposed to cover errors and omissions. But you know what? If you make a mistake and you go to court, a judge is going to take one look at you and say, hey, you're a licensed PI for how many years? You should have known better. And then the insurance company can back out of it. But yet you've got to have it to walk out the door. I have to have a business license. I have to have a professional license. I have to have insurance. I'm also a guard. I was an RPS, but I just decided not to renew that because people that work for me can do that for me with their RPS cards. So there was no reason to spend $300 now that I'm disabled. But yeah, it's a you wouldn't be able to afford me, Allie. So I'm sorry, but if you can't buy a $3 piece of jewelry, you would not even be able to afford me. And I don't do much business with the general public because of that exact reason. It's mostly big corporations, governments, insurance companies. Here in LA, of course, obviously celebrities. Um, but they have the funds. Oh, you were just joking. Okay. I get that a lot. People, they want my phone number and they want to call me and they want to tell me their stories and they want to hire me. And then, then they realize that, oh, it actually costs money. Like, well, yeah, it's a profession. I had a friend for years and I used to go to her Christmas or New Year's parties every year. And she had this cousin and he would say, are you still doing that PI thing? And this guy was excuse my language, this guy was a fucking truck driver for the grocery store. He's a truck driver. Which is great. He's a laborer, is what he is. He's a glorified laborer who drives a big truck. And he had no clue. Like, how many years of college I had, how many extra schools I went to, you know, how many years of training I had to put in. 8 years just to get my license and another 3 years before I had my business. That was 11 years. I could have been a cardiologist in that time. I could have been a doctor and a lawyer in that time that I trained. Yeah, you may need that information for your family law attorney, I'm afraid. We get a lot of stuff like that. But I do so much corporate and entertainment work and defense work in my career that I haven't had to do a lot of family law, thank God. Because that can get nasty. Now, if the client is a billionaire, then okay, I'll consider that. Yeah, it's dead here tonight. I may have to go off the air and just raid somebody. Yeah, and for anybody thinking of hiring me, I'm 99.9% retired because I am 100% disabled. So, yeah, I've got my license still, but that is about it. You never know when there will be a cure for all that ails me and I could just jump right back into it, but I don't think so. Hey, Kay, thanks for coming in. Please go to my shop, check out my Buy It Now. I'm only going to be on another few minutes. There's not a lot of people coming in here tonight. Not having any activity yet, so it's not been going so well. I even ran a couple auctions when I had about 5 people in here and not one bite. Nobody was interested. Hi, P Fashion. Thanks for coming in. So just click the shop tab and click the Buy It Now. And don't feel ashamed to send me an offer. Where are you checking in from, P Fashion? For those that are still watching over on the YouTube multicast, make sure that you hit the like button and hit that subscribe button and come over and join Whatnot. Well, it looks like this isn't going to go well tonight. I think it's just too late. Either that or someone else is having a really big show. But I think it's just too late. I don't have any offers. I don't have anybody biting at the auctions. I have 78 items. I don't think I've ever had that many items. But let me just create a raid. A party of one. Oh, that's so sad. Raid, party of one. Oh, there are some people on the air. Who is on the air? Let me find somebody new. Okay, I don't know who any of these people are, so we're just going to randomly select one. And as soon as I get 1 or 2 people in here, I'm going to hit raid. And we're going to go join them. Well, it said 2 viewers. Now it says 1. I could be getting my beauty rest. Let's create a raid. I don't know this person at all, but we're going to go raid Fancy Space. Let's go. Let's do it.